because as he spots one in the connector, there's not a counter peek from Dennis. I thought surely he would try and do so.
This guy
just absolutely tears them apart.
Hello and welcome everyone here today. CEVO GFINITY Season 9 Pro League. European action. We've got SK Gaming versus VwS Gaming coming up first. Those videos are already underway. And then later on we've got another best of 3 Team Dignitas versus Den DD. I'm Helium. With me is Launders. What's going on?
Who's your favorite Dota 2 player?
I don't know. Probably, it's hard not to pick Puppy or like No Tail. Maybe Ice.
You into tall guys?
Guy. Yeah, why not? I'm tall, right?
That's true. You only got European action. What about some North American action, Helium?
That's later. Well, what is today, actually? That should be later tonight, starting at 7 p.m. with, I don't know if they've been confirmed yet, but we will have matches tonight. Man, I don't know. I just do Europe, right? Put me on the spot. Let me look up what we got tonight. I see Luminosity Gaming versus Ace Gaming. Good luck, Ace Gaming. And yeah, that's like
Winter Fox 16-3'd Luminosity yesterday. Is that yesterday?
Did they?
Yeah.
That's crazy. Crazy stuff. Well, we've got these videos in front of us as Launders tries to continue to get us off of topic.
NACS, LA Google.
Yeah, pretty much. So SK Gaming take out Inferno. VwS Gaming will take out Overpass. SK Gaming, actually wait, it was VwS with the first pick. They will go for cash. Looking at HLTV because honestly, and I know there are some of the VwS organization or fans in the chat, I do not know anything about this team. I will not try to fool you. I will be straight up and honest. I've not really heard of anyone on this team, but I'm looking forward to seeing them play and learning more about them. I see that they've only played Cash and Train under this roster, so it makes sense that they go for Cash, and they actually kind of luck out, seeing as how Train comes up as the third map out of the randometer. But the problem is SK Gaming, good on Cash, and their pick of Mirage will certainly favor them as well.
VwS look like they have a car decal for a logo. It looks like something from out of Need for Speed. I like it. I'm really into it, and it's nice to see that they got at least a couple of maps that they want to play. The hard part for them will be winning cash, I think. And I think just by the fact that I'm not able to recognize any of their names, that they're gonna have a tough time on cash. But look, there's one player that you mentioned.
Yeah, so Kalinka played on Gameplay DNA, which is, again, a team I don't know a lot about, but it's certainly a name I recognize from seeing their games up on Lounge and whatnot. And then they also have some members that played on the national team for Lithuania back in that Esports World Cup thing. Or I guess not ESWC, but whatever tournament it was that did the whole World Cup idea. Who won that, by the way? I don't even know. Probably not America.
It was like Envy or something.
Yeah, French team actually seems like either French, Danish, or Swedish, right? That would like certainly have to be the
I basically had a
country that won.
Had pretty high odds of guessing that.
So yeah, back to Cash. Recent results for SK. While it is a loss, it is against a top team. Gamers 2 beat them on Cash 16-13. That was yesterday in the ESL Pro League. So that's a real tangible result for SK that shows what they are capable of. And then you go and actually look at the result for VwS here on Cash. Well, actually, this isn't a terrible result either, and it was also yesterday. They played against Penta. I don't really think Penta are super comparable to SK, but they're a team that have changed their roster pretty much continuously, which is always sad because I feel like Penta can make it, and then they just keep changing their roster for whatever reasons. But that went into, depending on the tournament and format, I'm going to say double OT, with Penta winning 25-22. So that's actually not a terrible result for VwS, but I don't know if it's good enough to still best SK on a map like Cash.
Yeah, that's actually a lot better than I guess I would have anticipated from a team that I didn't recognize. But I guess let's give SK Mirage no question. and then if we move on to cash and
Well,
we
cash
see
is
a couple.
first.
Oh, sorry.
I
read that
also
backwards
always
'cause
read right
the
or
right
left to
pick.
right. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we read left to right like.
Sorry.
Yeah, we're weird.
Old habits die hard.
um. Okay, so they have cash first, so they have the opportunity to like get some momentum. Now, I actually think that if cash was second, then transferring that into train would be nice for them if it were possible for them to win cash in the first place. But they might have to give up Mirage. They have to play their hearts out on cash, give up Mirage, and then maybe move on to train. But I think at least for the viewers, we'll see if they're able to. If they lose cash, they have almost no chance in the best of 3 whatsoever. Whereas if they do win cash, then maybe, just maybe, we've seen an upset from SK on train. Vexed, yeah, Vex gave him the D on
That
train.
they did, especially Repo, man.
Yeah, young Repo,
Whew. Some of those plays he was making on the inner bomb site,
the young boy.
SK could not handle them. As I need to check the server before like we keep talking and the game starts under our noses. That would be bad. Yeah, I was actually going to look up more train results as well.
We're still good.
For SK, okay, yeah, so another relevant result, right? Train, if it does go to that third map, SK Gaming, they actually got wrecked by Gamers 2 on Train in the same sort of, best of 2 format over in ESL. And, they are losing to other good teams, right? They lost to G2 recently, they lost to Astralis recently. And, well,
very
this
good
one's maybe a
Train.
little more surprising. Losing to Ancient, which I know is a pretty good team, but we did see Ancient kind of, I don't know how much was expected of them, but I'm just going to say crash and burn during the last chance qualifiers as they tried to get to that major qualifier. Oh, sorry, I don't mean to give game sound to everybody. It didn't go super well for Ancient, but they won 16-13 against SK on Train, and that was just 2 days ago. So some of the recent results there. And then the result we talked about already, Vexed beating them 16-10 on LAN, that was February 25th. So not too long ago. But still, you got to favor SK.
Have you checked the server?
Yeah, you should join it. It's 10 connected, 9 ready. So anyone wondering in chat why we are still talking, don't worry. We'll be out of here pretty soon. Well, I guess we'll still be here talking, but you'll be able to watch the game. This guy, this Launders guy.
You check TeamSpeak.
I'm checking it. You should paste that IP in chat and see if they can join. Just kidding, don't do that. Yeah, my bad. I sent you. Wait, how did I join though? I'm really confused.
Yeah. Okay. I thought that you were in the same server. So.
It's that. I don't know what I don't even know how I pasted that to you, to be honest. That makes no sense. And then I didn't copy anything else, at least consciously, because I'm in the server and it must have worked out. And then let me tell. I'm ready to go. Tell our admins that we're ready to start this thing.
Davis, go.
That's how we get it done over here. Hashtag production value. As we are about ready to start on a cache. So what's the prediction for map 1, Launders? Imagine a 1 and a 6 for SK.
I predict 1-0 for SK.
Oh, you're not going map score?
I'm gonna go with safe prediction here. No, I'm kidding. I'm gonna go with a nice. I feel like SK lose both pistols and win.
So there's 6 rounds for
16.
VwS?
Yeah, 16-11.
Okay. 16-11?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, actually getting the rounds against Penta was pretty impressive still, so I think they could certainly pull out some rounds. I'll be a little different. I'll go a little lower. I'll say, let me add it up, like a couple rifle rounds and a pistol.
I mean, you could go lower, but are you going lower if you're considering who wins pistols?
I'm going 16-9.
How many pistols do they win?
I'll give them one of them. They're gonna.
That makes sense.
But what's better, a pistol or an anti-eco?
Predicting the anti-eco? Big balls, my friend.
You never know. Oh my gosh! Why did we add production gating? Oh, wait, it's not David's fault. You know whose fault this really is? This is Kevin's fault.
Classic.
Because he's probably supposed to be here, and he's not.
Huh.
Which means no one can start the game. If anyone wants some more insight on how this works, we're always
Kevin's
in GoTV,
Twitter.
so we're not in the server. But our cameraman's actually in the server, and he's the one that has the power to start things. So we'll be underway in just a second. As you can see, the players are ready. And this is a rare moment in esports where we are actually causing the delay. How does it feel, Launders?
Feels Kevin, man.
Feels Kevin, exactly. I didn't put his Twitter in the thing, but everyone should.
No, just put his
Actually, don't even give him
put his
impressions.
IP in the thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, his internet sucks anyways, so.
True.
All right, we're going live within 30 seconds. I agree with Kalinka. Report production. You're not wrong. Kalinka's smart.
He's loyal.
Yeah, there we go. Live on 3 restarts. So, again, if you are just joining us and wondering what the hell you're watching, it's CEVO GFINITY Season 9 Pro League European Action, SK Gaming versus VwS. It's a best of 3. The maps are Cache, Mirage, and Train. Cache is the pick of VwS, but SK are certainly happy with this map, and this is map number 1. So welcome. I'm Helium. With me is Launders,
Hey.
and we're ready to go. I like that. Hey. So casual, so cool.
So nonchalant. That's what I was going for.
How's my co-caster so cool? I gotta get cooler myself. Oh, the water gun from Kalinka? Well named, my friend.
The water gun, the USV.
No, he's got the Glock.
Oh, what?
Water
Which one?
elemental.
Oh, okay.
I also have this Glock.
I was thinking the USP. That would be a good name for a USP because it's like a.
Sounds like a water gun.
Yeah.
It makes no noise. As oh, Pimp. Oh, I should get on auto director. Whoops. Pimp gonna bring down Shaq. And
you
then
said his name perfectly.
I think I did. Kalinka in the sight already. He'll take down Pimp. Nicely done. So Pimp is 1 and done on the round. Fender 1 already in A main on a post plant, making sure no one's going to be on the flank. But here comes Freeze jumping up on E-Box, takes one out of quad, knows another one's there because people are not that tall. So positions of 2 players are known, and I think Fender has shown himself from inside of A main, and Kalinka peeking, but his shadow is betraying him. Smoke going to go down onto Emenk. And Maffa Lighten or Madi is going to try to go into A main, clean that out. Freeze goes over the top, and, well, all 3 members of the SK team get 1 kill on this retake. But are they going to be able to get the bomb? No, they are not. Freeze is sticking it, but it's not.
Yeah, he's good, isn't he?
Oh my
what?
goodness.
That was close.
That was too close.
That was too close. Damn. Is this where Freeze calls his team on-liners?
I mean, on land, maybe there was no bomb reg.
I feel like you use that line no matter where it is. You just use it because you're so upset. Well, yeah, what's worse than an onliner? Anyways, that was a very, very close round. On it, what VwS managed to do, which I think honestly they were looking to lose that round because they were peaking so much. And what they managed to do was stay alive long enough that it came down to a defuse that where they only had 9 seconds left to actually stick it. So I think the only thing SK couldn't do was find a kill in like 5 total seconds of peeking. That was really I don't even want to say that was really good by VwS. They took a lot of fights and didn't win them, but I guess at the same time, like when you see someone peeking left side quad, you're like, that's the most common spot to get free fired, and you're really worried that they're gonna die because of it. And
Yeah.
we saw them free fire. Oh, go for Massilian.
Yeah, it gets one coming through the vents with that CZ.
But we saw them peeking that constantly, so
Yeah, I mean, they were even peeking off the top of it when they had the double boost, too. So they were pretty much peeking everything, as you say. As Shaq comes through, I'm going to do that as long as I possibly can. Comes through that vent, trying to get onto that B site. It is SK Gaming, who lost the pistol, now on the 4-sub eco round here. Madi's going to get one deagle headshot, and then he'll go down, and everyone just gets cleaned up like that. So VwS, you know, they lose 2 players, but it's not bad on the T side. 2-0.
yeah, on their road to 11 rounds. What they lose 2? They lost 1 person there on that round.
2.
What, 2? Okay. Yeah, and I think they bought they had 3 SMGs. They had 2 MAC-10s and a MP7, so doing pretty good for their money. so far, and SK are. Let's see what they try to do. I hope they don't see them just split up into some kind of default. We got 3 people behind a Z smoke at mid. We're actually. Whoa. Did Shaq just one tap him through a Z smoke?
I am unsure as. Look at Dersiak! What?
Whoa.
That was
Dude,
tight. It was just pistols.
They were in the
but that was
freshly
pretty tight.
bloomed Z smoke, trying to head boost, and I think he just got one tap behind it. Nice round from Dersiak. Holy smokes.
Yeah, that was sick. That looked like he was just on aimbots, you know, set it up in middle on cash. It was just one coming out of Z, one coming over white box, one running across or out of sandbags, and he just took them all down instantly. But then again, SK Gaming didn't really have much to fight back. They were on that full eco. Here we go into the first rifle round, round 4. And it is early mid control here for SK Gaming, and maybe late over the boost here for Dersiak.
Yeah. I love the setup here. We've got pretty much 3 people at mid, and all of them are relatively safe. We've got Vent Guy to support close mid, and then we have a Highwayman to throw nades. Who actually doesn't have any nades, but they still have really good spots. And with their resmoke, they have this like high-low setup, so they know there's no early mid. Pimp's gonna fall off of it, and no one actually catches them crossing back. Dersiak, I think, would have been hungry for blood if he did see anyone. And right after you give up mid here, you just want to try to hold on to vents as long as possible. Challenge mid with white box, but ultimately you can't plant here. This is something that teams want to take control of, and we see that VwS are taking it late because that's when people typically desert it. Now Silling gets mollied out of vents, and mid control might be VwS's. Yeah, him. Too smart to try to hold it by himself versus the full take. And now we're 40 seconds left in the round.
All right, so I've got some confirmation from our friends over at Twitch chat. I asked the audience, as we go for $1 million here, Durchek is how we should be saying that.
Durchek, okay.
Durchek. And I also see people now asking, who is Maffa? Maffa Lighton is Madi. That's what his name on CEVO is for some reason. So that's Madi. Magix is Magix Boy, etc. I noticed actually some name changes. They trimmed it, but look at this. The playmaking. He was spotted, though, but Emic had the bomb out, still able to get out to the AK again and take him down with a headshot and plant the bomb against that back wall, planning for a checker. That's where Shaq is. Magic's Boy going to start creeping in. It's 3 plays 2 as SK Gaming are trying to get a 1 up on the scoreboard. Freeze just missing Emic, but will go in and find the shot. Nicely done. 2 kills for him. Magic's on the defuse. VwS, they lose their first round, but they did plant, and they will have a ton of money to sustain themselves.
Yeah, I don't like how they sent. I don't know what they were doing with their one player who they sent A, but I think they sent him out too early. Obviously not useful enough to sell a fake. Would have been probably better to try to catch rotations. Two people were in the site. VwS had mid control, and they had 5v5. I feel like their best bet was to split B like they did, or even just go B with vent control, not even have to actually go out mid. And then they had Madi isolated on the site, but they gave up a man at A before they even executed. So I think they had a bigger advantage in a 5v5 situation without sending one person just like running out A than they did using him to try to make it 5v4 for almost no reason, I feel like. I think in terms of map control, they just had such a big advantage.
So full round here for VwS once more. Dershik and Shaq have taken a little bit of damage already, I'm guessing maybe from some nades. Fender was lurking over at B, watching that, doing the dance, but he's going to swing back around, pick up the bomb, and bring everything over towards A. And that's where we have Magic's Boy and Freeze holding onto the site. Pimp will be the quicker rotator. He's playing down at the white box. Actually, where is Madi? Okay, Madi's not in the vent. He's actually fully in checker, so he can't get to mid quickly.
Now, if they know he plays here like solo all the time, they could take advantage of that, but it seems like with just holding flanks a little bit, they're trying to challenge A main, but they're doing it dry. Their off goes down on Shaq. Now it's 45 with 3 people to defend A from SK.
Yeah, and some counter flashes going in. This is really slowing VwS down. Fender checking up on the catwalk, just missing the head of one player as he's behind the wall, and Freeze standing tall on the site. Hits one shot, actually will miss a shot onto Fender, who almost sprays down 2 people right there. Would have been a 3K for him. And overall, not that expensive for SK Gaming. They only lose 2 players, and the op was preserved. So SK making that comeback, and the money now for VwS is more or less gone.
The strat there from VwS was trying to rely on their entry there by Shaq, who had the op, and because he didn't get that kill and got killed off, I think that they had a really lackluster execute that we saw them do when they tried to commit to A. And I think we saw that they didn't really have a plan B when Shaq died.
Oh my gosh, Shaq actually will bring down a Cillian. Oh, big nades going in. Monty's blind, but he still brings the head off one of those terrorist players going in. Pimp from up top. He's the only one there now as Monty has fallen. Dershik took him down. Will he let anyone cross into the site? Yes, people have already got over there. Shaq, no smoke, but he will throw a flash. And go from Blue Tart back into Checker, or what is Shaq doing? He's just checking things out. No one's actually coming on the flank. They don't even have to worry about it. And this could actually get kind of dangerous for SK Gaming. Shaq's going to grab one more. Now they know where he is, so Free's able to op him down. Pimp again once more. Up top, comes out, brings down Emic. And a retake, but this one more costly here for SK.
Yeah, that's a situation where you can't really fault them as much for peeking, that is VwS, because they're so low on nades, they don't have any armor, and so they need to basically catch them off guard with Peeker's advantage, try to get a headshot right away, and make it so that they aren't able to aim punch them. And from that perspective, you can't really hold an angle, or even an off angle. You can't risk the chance of someone coming around a corner and flick-shotting you. Instead, you have to try to catch them with a nade out, or in a really, really tough spot where they don't want to stand still. You know, catch them holding W, as someone would say. And instead, they just made it really expensive. Shaq got both kills, or 2 kills, 2 out of 3 kills in that round with his
he got the
P250.
entry and the post-plant kill with the P250.
Yeah, so it was definitely a really good round from them, in spite of that.
So some Molotovs. Oh, Pimp taking a shot to the knee. Lucky to be alive, and he will drop off and fall back to a much more passive location in CT. And now, actually, VwS, oh, they still have to deal with Madi, who he's either in checker or at the wood box. He's at the wood box. So do they have the utility to deal with that? They certainly do, but will they use it? That's the real question now. Fender is creeping up, and he'll have to check it. Vent's going to be broken, so you see his attention immediately go to the exit. But Cillian actually will stay on the mid side, and so far, they're trying to be quiet instead of using their utility to clear everything, and this might actually cost them. Oh, and the flash goes in from Pip. Monty to peek out, gets one. Will smoke off and then retreat safely. And now things are, well, they're evened up, but not really looking good from VwS. Feel like they've lost the momentum in the round.
Yeah, a little bit, but it's 40 seconds left. It's 4v4. The issue, I think, is SK have a really good read right now, having 2 players at B. Pimp also has the opportunity to have get a shooting gallery here. Oh, from upper, but Mnick, wow, what a shot. Takes him out of heaven. That was insane. I mean, he had like 50 health anyway, but fantastic shot.
Oh, man. And Madi behind the missile crates here, not spammable. And then a Cillian, I think, dropped out of the vents to get on the flank very, very quickly. Allows Madi to peek out and get another 2 kills. So he finds a 3K. As he was well supported by his teams. First kill comes off of a pop flash from Pimp. The next one comes as a Cillian's just playing a massive distraction. Monty, you know, didn't even have to bring his aim. He was going to get all those kills for free.
Yeah, I think VwS really did find themselves. Like they collected themselves after a while. They got back to mid. They had 40 seconds. It was 4v4. It looked like they were a little bit lost when Monty got that opening pick, shut down their B exec. But I think they recollected and then went back for mid control, got in vent, and tried to split, and they didn't have anyone to spare to catch a mid-rotator, and they really had trouble, I guess, finding a second kill after their entry onto Pimp in Heaven. But for a moment there, I thought they had something decent going on. They looked kind of organized, and Fender just pieces Madi right out of the B site. But 3-player stage up towards A. No bomb.
Here comes Emic out of the doors with a Tech 9, and VwS causing quite a bit of damage, but now here is Freeze with the op. Standing his ground, and Dershik trying to do what he can. He's been spotted. Freeze will take him out. 3K for him as he holds on to the A site. No bomb plant allowed for VwS Gaming, who will again have money, as they did take an eco round there in round 8. But it's 5-3, and VwS so far unable to get anything done off of, well, after the pistol rounds, that is. How does that play into your bold prediction there, Launders? They've got 1 pistol in the subsequent 2 rounds. But no rifles yet. How do they get to 11?
I think the ratio is looking good right now. Like 16, 11, 5, 3. That's adding up in my brain. We're going 15, 5.
We're getting there.
Or excuse me, 15, 9. So like plus or minus 1 round, right? We go 16, 10. I think we're right on par. I don't know if VwS should win this round. If they do, then it might throw everything out of whack, depending on whether or not SK save.
Oh no, Madi's gonna go up on the wood box, boosted on Asilian's head, and find Fender, who was lurking there. They've seen him so many times at the back of Sunrune that it's an extremely easy read that he's just gonna post up in the back there. And Madi, once again, getting a kill for free. How many times has he killed an unsuspecting victim, you know? And that's NA nade right there, but that's not Magic's fault. I think nade collision in this game is absolutely ridiculous.
Look at this stack. They just know.
They do know. Well, they killed the one guy that's always lurking in B, so of course they know. They see nothing else, hear nothing else after that over in B main. They've got to realize it's A, but now they are actually getting into a bit of a pickle as Pimp and Magix have both fallen. Bomb goes down, and it's man advantage here for VwS. You talked about their post plant maybe not being the best on the pistol round. Let's see how many peeks they're going to give here on a rifle. Shaq will peek out, and he's got no support. Kalinka's up top, peeking over quad. He'll go down. And, well, SK Gaming on the retake, hitting their shots. VwS unable to hit theirs. Freeze brings down Dershik, and last man should be known because they saw a guy boosted at quad, and that's going to be Emic. Oh, I thought Madi was going in for the knife, but he'll get the kill.
I think it did take a bit of time to realize that he was actually quad after seeing his head stacked on him. But yeah, that was I don't know. I think that quad stack is super overrated. Not because the peak is that bad, but because you show where two people are in the after plant immediately, and it's not even that great of an angle to get a headshot. It's a you know, it's not a bad angle, but it's not that great, and so it doesn't guarantee you kill. And as soon as someone sees you shooting over top of it, they know there's two people there, and you can't get anywhere. And quad is the easiest place to nade because there's a wall right behind you, beside you, and you actually have the missile crates to bounce the nade off of as well. So I don't know. They did, and they've done it so many times. And then their fork guy died really fast. He's super important on the crossfire because if he doesn't die, then they can't get into the site. And if they try to get into the site, then they're in a really, really tense spot where their teammates haven't crossed yet, that someone can peek them and they can't help. And so they really want to kill the fork guy first, and they killed him without nading him. So, you know, I mean, part of it is just not getting the kills in the after plant. I mean, they got those sick entries, but at the same time, that's also what makes A-side on cash so retakeable in the first place, and why some people don't play it at all, is because there's not a lot of great places to stay, and it's really open for the retake. So there's not many small choke points. I guess that's the main points. That the highway and the truck choke point are just like one giant area where you can roam around and stave off different angles at the same time. So
yeah, Shaq was the man at forklift, and I was surprised. Like, I could understand like maybe doing a quick little jiggle peek to get some information, or maybe even looking over the top of it, because that's a harder shot to hit for SK Gaming. But he like peeked out wide and crouched and just like was ready to take his fight. Mouse one held. And that was kind of surprising because actually the defuse, like, there wasn't even that much time left. Like, had Shaq peeked, seen them, SK Gaming is going to focus on him a little bit. Maybe they pull out a nade. They're wasting some more time. Then they can finally kill him. And a lot of time is going to then have fallen off of the clock, and maybe they can't defuse the bomb, just like what happened on the pistol round. But, yeah, they need to work things out on the post plant. That is for sure, as Kalinka taking some damage through the door here. Magic's the one to deliver it. And Kalinka is, well, actually the rest of his team is making their way back into A main, but for a time, oh, there's Dershik going to find the opening onto Freeze, who was trying to get himself through that smoke. And that will have backfired. Only man on this site now is Magic's. Rotations are coming in quick. That's Pimp and Truck and Asilian coming up highway. Counter Molotovs and Flashes going out, slowing them down for a bit. And Kalinka decides to go over the top of the site, trying to take the battle at Truck, and he gets shot down out of the sky. Dershik with one more. That'll be his second on the round. 2-on-2 as Madi at the E-box. He really likes to post up there too. So many retakes we've seen him get on that little lip.
Yeah, that's a really good spot. I mean, ooh.
Dershik with 3. Can he grab one more? That would be the 4th round and his 4th kill. And Pimp is actually going over to Forklift, not aware of where Dershik is. And you see
Wow.
Pimp quickly turn, but it's not quick enough. Dershik with a 4K. He'll just get it done himself.
I was really aware. That was Dershik being very aware in that situation. Luckily for him winning that spray battle on Highway, which could have gone either way. But getting that kill, that was nice play by him. I mean, just totally didn't expect him to be wrapping the site. Excuse me. Just was sure that he was forklift, and from our perspective, looks like okay, he's forklift and we know it, but could have very easily assumed that he was coming around the other side of the site and gave up that hunt while pushing down and exposing himself to other angles. Now VwS have a really low buy on that round. They get the opening kill, the Opper at A. They don't have the stack from SK. SK throws some good counter flashes. They get in. They still trade out, and then somehow they almost blow an afterplant. Dershik has to bail them out. Not even an afterplant. I mean, they didn't even get to that point yet, but they're in a situation where they had the entire site and were losing kills without trading.
Oh, Madi not having found a kill yet, and Pimp, he goes down. He gets out of those vents real quick, but there's a man on the flank, and that was Magix. He's going to find one kill and make it a second, and some of that confusion. Madi on the site, doing his job, right? Doesn't find a kill, but he stays alive the entire time, and then right there at the end, the flank comes in. Madi's able to peek out, finds 2 frags, and that's really all you have to do when you're that solo man on the site, right? Just stay alive and, you know, slow down. And you saw him throwing those flashes, banking them off the wall, trying to slow down VwS. It worked out.
Yeah, once you get that first contact, you get an opening kill. You can fall back to site if you're still alive. All you really need to do is just stay alive as long as possible. Like the longer you're alive on the kill feed, the more easily your teammates believe that they can come and help you out. If you die, then it's like they have to retake the site completely, and it's not a fun situation for them.
Oh, freeze at quad. He actually will go down. The P250s will find a Magix over at Forklift. Has found 2 kills already. Now it's up to Dershik. I'll just call it Dershak because those are the 2 players that we got up. Both behind quad. Ooh, nades raining on in, causing a lot of pain. One's gone down. They know the second one's there. They heard an op shot, and then op will be picked back up. Magix with the 4K. Only Freeze going down, so not an expensive round at all for SK and VwS. I've actually seen them with a lot of money. They're actually pretty frugal overall. Like they seem like they're a team that will not force buy themselves out of something. Similar to Hellraisers, I guess, is the best example.
Yeah. No, they have pulled out a half buy here. They have tried a bunch of times, and it seems like. And you said that they one point that you made that was really good was when Madi would get that kill on the lurker, they would get that kill at B. They knew it was lurker, and that was almost going to be a full A right after the bat. But another tell I think that they give off is that they when they go mid, they go B, and when they don't, they go A as well. So yeah, here we have mid, and we have the bomb over in Sunroom, and as we can see, the rotates. We already have 2 people on the site, and 1 person in Z, who is him, who's probably going to move himself over.
Asilian back in our favorite spot in checker room, behind the boxes. He gets one as they come through the vent. Madi will bring down Fender. He was the bomb carrier, and as you noted, that lurker that we often see over in Sunroom. And yeah, it seems like you've got the read on them perfectly. Obviously, you're seeing a little more information, but it doesn't seem like SK, it does seem like SK has made that same read. You know, you see that man out at B. Expect him to be a lurk, and you see a mid strat, you expect it to go B, and SK Gaming were just completely prepared for that.
Yeah, those are patterns that, like, I don't know, if you're very, very like focused on the game, you're just gonna pick them up immediately. But if SK have paid attention at all, they'll notice that. And I think it's just up to VwS that even if they are gonna go A, to throw stuff at mid, at least a couple of wall smokes, even if they don't commit anyone to it, just to hold rotation.
You know, or counter boost here coming in from Pimp. That'll be the first frag of the round, or even just working a strat that goes from mid control and then a mid split, right? Like
yeah, I mean what I'm saying is
if
they don't like mid splits, like maybe they don't like going up highway or something. Maybe they've had such a bad time doing it, they still have to make it at least seem like they would.
Yeah.
Right.
Oh, Madi blinded himself, but peeks off the other side of the box, I guess with some sight. Was able to get a kill on Asilian, finding 2 more from the headshot ledge. Nicely done. And Kalinka coming through the vents. Last one up. Does fine too, but still won't really be that costly. It's going to be SK Gaming 10-4. Looking at the money, more than likely 11-4. But you never know. Last round of the half, and you start playing with everything you got because you got nothing to lose at this point. Maybe they sneak away with a 5th round.
Maybe, yeah. It seems like there's definitely been, I'd say, 3 rounds where we've had 3v3, 4v4, really good amount of time left on the bomb, and decent afterplan spots where they VwS had just like lost completely. The only round that they have won was a round where they pretty much failed after taking a site, and then Dershik bailed them out in a 1v2. Oh wow, they just
2 rounds in a
got
row
away with another counter boost. Yeah, the exact same play. I mean, what's more
big
what's less
pimpin'.
obvious? Yeah.
Yeah, that's a good point, right? They're like, oh, we went over boost last round. Certainly, he won't do it again. Like that would be crazy
I make
at
calls
this
like
level
that
of
all
play.
the time.
But Pimp goes for it. Again, they have nothing to lose either, right? 11-4, 10-5 from SK's gaming's perspective. Like, not a problem to close it out either way. And there we go. Nice use of utility. That'll get Pimp out. And he still comes away with 1 more kill. What a ridiculous shot onto Dershik. And now it's Freeze has brought down Kalinka. Well, Magic's at Forklift. He's gone unchecked at Forklift so many times. He'll come away with another one, and now it's just up to Shaq.
Yeah, 11-4. Okay, they might need a little bit more elbow grease here. They've done some good work in the first half, but they've lost so many heartbreaking rounds that it's kind of like it's surprising to see how many buys they actually did get out, considering they've basically had the worst half economically you could possibly have. Like, they didn't get 3 plants, resulted in a 1-round win halfway through the half, but then just continue to lose out every single time, whether or not they get the bomb down. And that was sad to see for sure.
Yeah, so we got the box score up with the half. You can see it was the pistol round, the next 2, the anti-ecos, and 1 rifle round there in round 10. Those are the 4 rounds that VwS were able to get. They got the bomb down a couple of times, including a round they won. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4 times they planted the bomb, which kept their money going a little bit throughout the first half. But looking at the leaderboards in terms of who's killing, we've got Dershik, who's 12-12, so plus or minus 0 right there with the KD, 83 ADR. He's doing the best in terms of just damage for VwS, and it's definitely Pimp who's been doing a lot of work. We've seen him rotating between mid and B pretty effectively, getting a lot of kills, going over the counter boost even at the end, 110 ADR, and Madi, that solo B player with 99 ADR. So they're seeing a lot of action over at mid and B.
Have you ever played on Stretched?
Briefly, I put on the God resolution, which I won't
1440
share.
by 1080.
Okay, I didn't know you wanted that to be shared, even though that is certainly. Someone told me not to share it. All right. Yeah, 1440 by 1080p custom resolution stretched is pretty freaking godlike. I gotta be honest, but I don't like. I mean, the advantage is certainly amazing, where you can literally see people from as far away as possible, and it's nice. But I don't like the fact that your crosshair is faster, or feels faster, and the same thing that. Well, I mean, it is
faster for your eyes,
but it's perceived as faster, yeah, because you've stretched it. Well, the mapping is different. It's no longer 1-to-1. It's like 1 to 1 point. I don't want to do the math, but probably like 1.3 or something.
Listen, all life is perception, so that's the whole point. That's the only reason people play on.
Not for long, Launders. Strap a VR device on my head. F life. I'm done.
That is still perception.
Nah, it's reality. Virtual reality. Oh my gosh, I need this to start. Where is the production?
Maybe they don't want to start. Maybe
No, it's us.
Maybe they're not warmed up. Press 1 to start the game.
Yeah. Oh my god, imagine we built it into Twitch chat and that's just how it worked.
Oh, that'd be amazing.
That'd be sick.
You can't type in 1 before the stream delay. That's not fair.
Oh yeah, I cheated. I didn't mean to.
Maybe the first vote.
The first 5 votes. This ain't a democracy, right? I don't actually know what form of government we would be.
Caster? Question mark? Question mark? Question mark?
Isn't he a Castor? RX Gas or something wanted to know what was the resolution. The resolution was
1440 by 1080.
yeah.
Don't tell anyone.
Don't tell anyone. It's secret. You got to go to well, I assume most people probably have NVIDIA, but if you have AMD, either way, you just go to the drivers. What is it? The Catalyst drivers? They still call it that. Crystal drivers? Who knows? Set up
Crimson.
that custom res. Make sure you like if you have a 144 hertz that you make sure the custom res will support it. You just have to like.
The reason why it's so good, okay, is because there's no reason to stretch your screen vertically. So you have the 1080.
Yeah, so you
But
got your
then you
native
have-
res vertical, which is nice for the crispness.
So it looks great, and everything's fatter. You know what
Yeah,
I mean?
even if you're not,
So
even if you just want to play
if you're a
4x3.
chubby chaser and you're just into that kind of stuff, 1440 by 1080 is the res for you.
Yeah, I think I would use it even if I was just going to play 4-3. Stretch or unstretched. Like,
True.
it looks HD, you know, it's 1080p.
True.
Like someone's YouTube channel. Haha. Took you a while.
All memed.
Let's look for Shaq on the white box. If he can get any, I don't know. Do we want to go with dunks or free throws? What is Shaq
What are you talking about, Shaq? Oh,
Is he
okay.
gonna hit it the dunks or the free throws?
You know we don't hit free throws.
I don't know, man. I saw him hit one at CES.
Really?
Nah, they edited the crap out of that. Kalinka, there we go, from headshot, getting headshots, comes away with 2. Now help is here in the form of Emick. Or is it? Emick kind of just runs in. Oh, he actually did grab 1 kill, and here's Fender also rotating. So great
2
job
pistols.
by Kalinka to hold initially.
Great job
And
by
yeah,
me.
Launders might just be a profit.
Both pistols. Road to 11 rounds. And the tough part is for them. SK won every other single round. Like VwS have 1 clutch. So, and now we have VwS not planning to lose this round. Derziak, so good, gets the MP7. Everyone else rifling up. They know buys on their. They know buys coming for sure.
The buy is on. Is that what you're trying to say? The buy is on.
That's not. No, that's
Nope.
not what I'm trying to.
No buys on though.
Oh, look at the stack. VwS. I think this is a situation where VwS almost certainly will watch an SK demo, but SK will almost certainly not watch
VwS.
demo.
Like, is it even possible, to be honest? Like, can you find a VwS demo? I do not know. Look at this, though, man. Stacking up onto the A, knowing the tendencies, I think is what Launders is getting at here if they had watched the demo, so they're able to stack up on their anti... Like, stacking up on an anti-eco round is interesting. Generally, you would just see them play like a 2-1-2, right?
Yeah, no, I mean, giving up A completely is sometimes way safer. It's like you have to play 3A or you play no A. Because if you play like 1 or 2 and they get killed, to like Tech9s getting if the Tech9s actually get out of A main and get to the site and they kill 2, you have almost no chance on the retake. So you gotta have like your highway guy, you gotta have a truck guy playing closer to site, and then you gotta have the site guy, and those guys all have to get killed. If you lose A on the anti-eco and it's like 3v4 or something, it just gets so T-sided really fast.
And now they're going to go. There's actually 2 people here in B. Kalinka doing so much work here. Now Fender on the site coming away with 2 of his own. It's up to Freeze on 14 HP. He'll be brought down as Shaq will dunk on him. We'll work in the basketball memes, don't worry. And it's 11-7, so just like that, you've got 6 rounds pretty much because of the pistols and 1 rifle round to get to 7. Now this is where the hard work is really
Dude,
going
I
to have
think
to come out.
You said somebody took a bullet to the knee. They got legged.
That was
You said-
Pimp in the first half.
Dude, I was thinking if Smiths takes a bullet to the knee, that's Aerosmiths.
Yep, so Launders' brain works. I like that, actually. I don't know if anyone would, like, get that. I mean, I guess because, you know, bullet to the knee is obviously a play off of the arrow to the knee. And then Smiths is Aerosmiths. That's the building blocks, the logic. I don't know. I mean, we got Twitch chat right here. Rate that on a scale of 1 to 10. Aerosmiths. That's how you know.
The forehead.
Freeze. coming away with an entry, bringing down a big player, right? Kalinka's opened up a couple rounds already, but here's Emic. Oh, with the FAMAS, unable to do anything, and Pimp obliterating Shaq. Yeah, Shaq got clotheslined.
You want to jam, Shaq?
I like negative 69 of 10. I said 1 to 10, people. Respect the scale.
We got a 5 out of 7. That was they just got their mid control just got picked apart. Holy smokes! They had one person on the roof who probably could have been bent, and then they had who died first? Oh, Kalinka died like crossing a white box. That was like the key point.
Yeah.
Where they went from 3 people to 2 people. And SK got info on mid, and the tough part was I think VwS had a member on roof who was basically had to get a kill or he was screwed, or he had to get 2 kills or he was screwed because 2 people were coming over the boost. And SK win that round just straight up off hitting shots at mid control. Like everyone gets a kill. Look, no one lost a trade there. They're all like half HP with a kill each. So VwS were lacking in the headshot department that round.
Yes.
Sometimes it does come down to that. I looked at my match stats once from like a couple seasons ago. It was like a main match, and we lost like 16-7 on Inferno, and I was like trying to talk to someone about it. It's like, man, I don't even know what happened to this game. And we looked at the kills, and every single person on the other team had like a .300, meaning they were just hitting crazy amounts of headshots. To give you some perspective, that's like basically every time you see someone, you're getting 1 shot in the face. And to some extent, your headshot percentage is just like a flashy stat that you use because it looks cool, you know, like the stat that.
Yeah, were you looking at HSP or headshot kill? 30, 0.3 or
HSP.
30% sounds like HSP, which is pretty damn high.
Yeah. It's like everyone had like .300. I could bring up the match page. But we basically, like, no matter how good your setup is, if the other team has a .300 across the board, you're losing pretty much every duel, you know. There's almost no chance for you, especially if they're like winning a lot of rounds on T side. So
yeah, especially if they have AKs.
Yeah.
So this round actually playing out a little bit slower. You can see SK once again spreading out into the default. A couple of people over boost. You've got a Cillian out here in Squeaky Room. You had Madi over in B. It looks like he plays this map with some symmetry. He played in this site pretty much solo, and that time he was out in B main solo on the T side. So that's always nice to see. He can definitely work those angles effectively, knowing them from both sides. But SK gearing up for an A hit, and they will sniff it out. Dershik up on the boost is going to go down. Shaq from Forklift was able to get 1 out of the confusion, and now everything else will fall apart. Cillian out of Squeaky to bring down Fender. Emic trying to make his way up from the truck, but Magix will stop him in his tracks. And it's just Kalinka with an op, and he's just going to go ahead and save. I think at this point, SK Gaming, well, the money's not fantastic. It's still somewhat early, but it would be worth it to go kill Kalinka and take away this op.
Yeah, I think it would definitely be worth it. They could go kill him. Yeah, they could lose a couple of people here, but let's say they have 2 people left after Kalinka gets this kill. Well, VwS have absolutely no incentive to try and buy next round, whereas right now they have the op. They've got 2,200 on Shaq, 44,000 on Derziak, so they might actually think about buying if he stays this off, especially considering it's going to be 13-7. And let's see, it looks like Kalinka might be able to get a second kill here. I wouldn't be surprised. They've got so much money to work. Oh, I hope he saves this. Oh no, he actually goes down. So let's see if they if they're able to save that off, then we might have seen 2 people with rifles, 2 people with like pistol, and they're still gonna buy. See, so yeah. Wow, and they actually invested in an op actually with that 1,500 instead of dropping for a teammate.
Crazy. Op and a scout. This could be interesting. Let's see how they want to use them. Emic, oh man, he's already gone up, but he's so blind as he pushes middle. Shaq was able to bring down Magix, and I'm not exactly sure where that Molotov kill came in, but Shaq won't be long for this world. He's pushed out of sandbags. Molotov was coming in, and Freeze will op him out of the round. So it's up to Fender and Dershik, or Dershak, I forgot, Dershek, who knows. I try my best. At this point, he's probably already thinking about saving that up. 2v4, it's going to be tough, but SK kind of dictates the round, right? They haven't even planted yet, so they have plenty of time to go and look for these kills. They'll find one under the vent. That's Fender. And, well, Dershik's on the other side of the map, so that's good, but tons of time here for SK Gaming to move out and kill him.
Yeah, SK should maybe even not plant the bomb right away. They could just go get this kill. They're probably not worried about losing at this point. VwS, 7 rounds. They've lost both rifle rounds in convincing fashion to SK, who basically did what they did on mid, except hit more shots and just had superior coordination. And then SK went out for a full A just like VwS did, and they had just had more explosiveness with a better time push. And so SK are just basically outclassing them in their own game. I mean, they're not doing anything too different from what VwS aren't doing much different than what SK are doing right now. And there we Cillian just jumping up on that site a little bit to change his elevation. I think that caught him way off guard when he opened that door. That was poor Derziak. Derziak?
Who knows?
Call him Derek.
Dershik,
that's right.
Yeah. I like combining his name into like so many other names. I don't know what that means. I feel like I'm saying Doja, sort of, right? Like Derziak, Doja.
Call him Sex God.
Sex God. Sex God's in the chat, please. Kappa Prides. Oh, Emek. Whoa! Comes away with the P250 headshot onto Freeze. Freeze has got to be hand over face right now. Like, what just happened? And maybe that opens up this round with somewhat of a chance, but still, they're so out-armed that it's going to be difficult. Only armor on one person. And Shaq gonna wait patiently. Oh, maybe not patient enough. He's actually got Pimp working his way in there. And Shaq, I don't know if he saw him at an angle, but I guess he must have because he seems to have reacted to it and had run away. No, goes back for the peek, and Pimp is just there ready for it. Everyone looking very, very aware. And look at this flash going in. That's Dershik with the armor. Gets 1 kill as he goes in, and now it's up to the rest of his team to try to hold on. 2 plays 3. Now it's just Fender who has shot. Madi should have been aware. Yeah, and gets the kill. That's 15-7.
Yeah, now this is gonna be tough. All I'm worried about at this point is trying to make my prediction come true, and it's just I see this becoming more and more bleak. I mean, the fact that VwS technically, because of the beauty of Counter-Strike, have a chance of tying and bringing this game into OT and then winning it, means that, you know, there's a point in casting this game right now. But for me, the dream was a little bit more real of them being able to get 11 rounds, and so being that much more hopeful is helping me stay in this. But Madi comes out with 2 amazing headshots, a 3rd kill, is looking for a 4th. If he got that one, I would have said he'd be on for the ace 100%, but instead now it's Fender in a 1v4. Like, what more can I do? And GG, well played. First map goes to SK. VwS did not get 11 rounds, but wait, what was your prediction?
I said 16-9, so by the Price is Right rules, I'm still correct.
True.
But I won't take it. We can both be wrong.
No, you can have that, and I can have pro line prediction.
You got the pistol predictions,
Yeah,
which
pro
was
line prediction.
impressive. I mean, what is that? Just two 50-50s? That's like 2 coin flips, Launders.
That's like 2
How does that work?
What's the algorithm?
I don't know. So Mirage is the upcoming map, as you guys can see there. But before we go to that, take a look at the big performers on this match, which this isn't always fair, right? Because we're wowed by the beautiful celebrities, the big numbers, the 97.5 and 97.5 and 97.6 ADRs from Madi and Pimp. Those really stand out. Support players, pretty much no matter what the game, whether it be sport, it's a little easier in sports because like assists actually mean something in hockey or basketball, but in Counter-Strike not so much. Either way, support players get no love, but it's Madi and Pimp with the big numbers, and we had Dershik with some pretty sick rounds, and also Kalinka with a couple. Like that one round, Dershik put the team on his back pretty much, right? He got a 4K. Yeah. That's how they got one of their first rifle rounds in a round. Their only rifle round was Dershik getting a 4K, so something to note there. But it's Mirage that's coming up next. You're watching CEVO GFINITY Season 9 Pro League. I'm Helium. With me is Shroud or Launders, whatever you guys prefer, honestly. It's all up to you. Stay tuned. We'll be right back after a quick commercial break.